You've seen this video. A man wants a simple tea, but the system demands a sugar-filled bundle, a data tracking app, and a $10 minimum. Most people see a bad customer experience. I see something much darker. The architecture of resignation. Modern systems don't want to serve you. They want to break your will through friction. When the right choice is made intentionally difficult, you are being trained to choose submission over health. This isn't about tea. It's about how the world is quietly teaching you to stop asking. Every delay, every unnecessary rule, every form you have to fill twice, every gatekeeper who says, "This is just how it works," is not accidental. It's design. A rigged system doesn't need chains or violence. It only needs time, confusion, and exhaustion. Because a tired mind doesn't rebel. It complies. And once compliance feels normal, injustice becomes invisible. Today we're going to talk about something most people feel but can't name. The reason effort no longer guarantees progress. The reason talent keeps losing to connections. The reason honesty feels expensive and silence feels safe. This is not paranoia. This is pattern recognition. Franz Kafka once said, "The chains of mankind are made of office paper, not iron, not laws carved in stone. Paper, procedures, processes, permissions." That quote wasn't poetry. It was a warning. Why the system feels rigged against you. Let's start where the conditioning begins. You're told school is about learning, curiosity, growth. But very early, you learn a different lesson. Sit still. Memorize. Repeat. Obey the format. A child who questions too much is labeled difficult. A child who thinks differently is labeled average. Meanwhile, favoritism hides behind words like potential and discipline. You see it when certain students get second chances, extra attention, unspoken forgiveness. Not because they're better, but because they belong to the right families, the right circles, the right last names. Education doesn't fail by accident. It filters. Then comes career. You're told, work hard, stay loyal, be patient. But promotions don't go to the most competent. They go to the most connected. The manager's friend, the boss's relative, the one who laughs at the right jokes and never threatens the hierarchy. You watch mediocre people rise while skilled people stagnate. And the system whispers, "Maybe you're the problem." That's the trick. A rigged system always blames the player, never the game. Now, toxic work culture. Long hours sold as hustle. Burnout sold as passion. Abuse renamed pressure. If you speak up, you're not a team player. If you stay silent, you slowly disappear inside yourself. And when nepotism shows up in corporations, it's never called corruption. It's called culture fit, internal hire, trusted leadership. In schools, it's called recommendation. In offices, it's called networking. Same poison, different bottle. Partiality keeps the doors locked, but makes you believe they were never meant for you anyway. So you lower your expectations. You shrink your dreams. You learn to survive instead of live. That's not failure. That's programming. In the movie The Dark Knight, there's a line that hits uncomfortably close to reality. The world is cruel, and the only morality in a cruel world is chance. But systems hate chance. They prefer control, because chance gives everyone a shot. Control decides who never gets one. How to stop being trapped by a rigged system. Here's the part nobody tells you. You don't beat a rigged system by working harder inside it. You beat it by seeing it clearly. The first act of freedom is not rebellion. It's clarity. Once you understand that friction is intentional, You stop internalizing failure. You stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "Who benefits from this being hard?" The system survives on your self-doubt. It collapses under your awareness. This doesn't mean quitting everything or burning bridges. That's emotional. And emotion is easy to manipulate. Real power is strategic detachment. You stop chasing validation from broken structures. You stop begging institutions that profit from your dependence. You build leverage instead of loyalty. And most importantly, you stop confusing patience with progress. How to protect yourself in a rigged world. First, audit where your energy is going. If a system demands constant effort but gives diminishing returns, that's a red flag. Second, build skills that are portable, not permission-based. Skills that don't need approval. Skills that don't care who your boss knows. Third, stop over-explaining yourself to systems that are designed not to listen. Silence, when intentional, is not weakness. It's positioning. Fourth, create parallel paths. Never rely on a single institution for your identity, income, or self-worth. And finally, resist the most dangerous lie of all. The lie that says, "This is just how life is." No. This is how control works. Once you see the rigging, you're no longer fully trapped by it. You may still be inside the system, but the system is no longer inside you. And that's where real freedom begins. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, with your eyes open.